A lot of doom and gloom out there about the real estate business right now. I've never been more excited. And here's why. I'm going to share with you in this video 7 different reasons that I believe, and I know that absolutely home buyers and home sellers will always need great real estate agents. With all the negativity out there in the press, all the fear-mongering that's happening, all of the things that are out there that are maybe making you a little nervous about your real estate business, let me give you some reasons that I believe you ought to be more excited about your business than you've ever been. And this is the thing. Here's the thing that I love is this is separation season. This is the time when, as a professional agent, you're absolutely going to have the opportunity not only to do more deals, but you're going to have less competition because a lot of people are not going to be able to adjust to the things that we have. So here's the reason that I know that we're always going to have the need for great real estate agents out in the marketplace. First one is experience. Now, when I'm talking about experience, I'm actually talking on 2 different levels. I'm going to first talk to the professional agent. Do you think that someone out there is going to see the value if you've done 100 transactions, 25 transactions, whatever it is, the value of your experience that you can make it easier on them to go through that process? They're absolutely going to look for that. The second reason is we live in a society today that just wants things taken care of. They're willing to pay for something as long as they know there's value there and it keeps them having less headaches. One of the people that we were talking to and that we saw an interview with, they were a person who had been for sale by owner. And what they said was, look, I tried to sell my own house, but it was like I was trying to do 2 jobs. And I was trying to do a job that I really didn't understand. I'd never been trained on. And I just decided to go ahead and list my home with an agent because even though it might cost me a little bit, it was probably going to make me up on mental health. It was going to make sure that I had confidence in what the process was going to be. And I knew that I was going to be able to get my place sold. You see, if you're an agent that has the ability to show people how you make this process easier for them, how you make it a situation where they can get more money, and you can communicate your value that way, there will always be people that want to hit the easy button. Find ways to communicate how you can help them hit that easy button, and they'll always be looking for your assistance. Next reason why great real estate agents will always be needed is key local insights. Here's the thing about this. Most of the news that is created about real estate is done on the national level. And I will say this, everything in real estate is absolutely localized. Yes, there are trends that happen over the nation, but in reality, it's what's happening in the local neighborhoods. It's what's happening in the local market because those trends can be vastly different than what we see on the national level and what they're seeing in the news. So as a local agent, here's some local insights that you can do. You can talk about some of the best neighborhoods as far as that we're seeing that are most liked. You can talk about the key insights on pricing and how it has changed over the last 3 months, last 6 months, last year versus where it has been. You can talk about the best local lenders. You can talk about being a resource for some of those key little things that are happening in your local market. Let me just break this down. If I'm talking to a buyer, as we are all getting ready to have a buyer presentation, do you have in there some of the things that you do and some of the ways that you can be a resource on that local level? When you're starting to think about this, who is it that's going to be able to give them the information about the differences between the different types of floor plans? Who is it that's going to be able to talk to them about the trends that you're seeing on a local basis? Who is this going to have the opportunity to communicate to them as a buyer or a seller how to position themselves in the marketplace to win when it comes to the transaction? You see, those are the key local insights that will always be needed. The key is that you're out there communicating them in a way that everyone, whether it be buyers or sellers, is seeing the value that you're bringing to the potential transaction they're looking to do. Next up, and I briefly touched on this in the previous point, was network and resources are the value that you're going to bring to a seller or a buyer in every real estate transaction. How do you have a group of people that can absolutely make their life easier? So think about it this way. Communicating and understanding the things that you're going to do. When I list a home, I get a stager involved. When I list a home, I'm going to go ahead and have an inspection done where we know exactly what we might be facing. When I list a home, I'm going to have the marketing people come in that are going to help us position your place so we get the most eyes on this and so that we can sell it for the highest price in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassles. On the buyer side, what is it that you're communicating? Hey, I don't know if you realize this or not, but there's a lot of key people that will be involved in your transaction that if you don't get one of them that's doing their very best, it can throw a wrench into everything and make it very difficult. I'm going to have a group of lenders that I know are best for whatever the type of home is that you're, or the type of loan that would be best for you. I'm going to have a title company or a title attorney that I can refer your business to so that this closing moves along very smoothly. I'm going to have insurance company options for you. I'm going to have handymen. I'm going to have somebody that can do an inspection for you. I'm going to be the person who is going to be the connector to the best resources in our local area, where you can be rest assured that as a buyer, I'm going to walk with you through all these situations and put the best people in place to help this be smooth for you. You see, when you have a network of resources and you have the ability to be the conduit which they have to come through you to get to all of those things, they're absolutely going to get more than just somebody that walks them through their transaction. They're going to get somebody that they can build a relationship with for life. Show your value on the network and the resources you have, and absolutely they're going to see your value. Next up is pricing expertise. Do you understand your local market? Do you understand how to put together a comparative analysis that gives them exactly not just where their value is today, but where is it headed and what should they be doing to position their home when they list it so that it's priced properly to get sold as quick as possible and for that highest price? What is it that you do for buyers where you do a CMA for them on any potential homes they have? What I like to do is when I had a buyer that was getting ready to come to town or someone that was going through, I say, hey, listen, I've got a group of homes, but I'm going to show you an example of how I'm going to record my screen and walk you through the pricing where this home is listed at and where I believe the price of where it should sell at, that it's going to appraise and it's going to have the ability to get you the best deal possible. Being proactive in understanding and presenting to people in a way, in a unique way, and that's why I always used the unsolicited video CMAs, that you present the value where they see the way that you're going to help them either sell it for a higher price or that you're going to be able to help them get it priced when they buy it at a price where it makes sense for them going forward. Those are types of things that most agents don't focus in on. Absolutely understanding and being able to communicate how you can help people sell at the highest price or you can help them buy it at the best price possible is a skill that will absolutely be valued in the marketplace. Next up is negotiation skills. Hey, if you're someone that can negotiate, odds are you're at a place where you're going to be able to negotiate where the fee that they're going to pay you, whether it's on the buyer side or the seller side, or the fee that they're going to receive by having you working for them is going to be outweighed by the way that you negotiate the price of the terms that they need in a way that's going to help them get what they want. So what is it that you can do to get better at this? You know, there's some great books out there, Never Split the Difference. There's some great programs out there. There's some designations. There are some courses you can take where you can become a better negotiator, where you can become someone that absolutely has the way to understand how to present to people so that you're the one that helps them get the deal they're looking for. When you become a negotiator, let me just be perfectly frank with this. That is your job. Your job is to be and represent your clients in a way that gets them the best deal possible. If you have not spent the time to become the best negotiator you can possibly be, you're not serving your clients to the highest level. So what is it that you can do to go out and get a designation, study the art of negotiation, become a better negotiator so that you have the ability to give more value? Absolutely, when you do that, it's going to give you the ability to give more value, which is going to get you more business in the long run. Next up, I want to speak specifically to you as a listing agent. And one of the things that home sellers want to know more than anything is, do you have an expertise with marketing that's going to help them get the exposure they need to sell their home for the highest price? So what is it that you can do to be that expert? I would encourage you, again, invest in learning these skills. Invest in understanding how you can utilize artificial intelligence to position these listings where they get the most eyes right out of the gate on a just listed campaign or coming soon campaign or whatever it is in your market that you can do to launch where this listing is going to get exposure. What is it that you can do to become the best at videography or finding a videographer that understands how to do these things at a higher level that makes their home stand out? What is it that you can do on a marketing standpoint where you have an email campaign, a direct mail campaign, a social media campaign, a video campaign that you can communicate when you sit down on a listing appointment where those folks are going to be in that thing and say, wait, we got somebody here that's going to help us in a way that nobody else can. You see, when you're the expert on marketing, everything in your business is going to get better because it's not just that deal that it's going to help on. It's going to be the positioning that you're going to have where other sellers and potential listings are going to see what you're doing and you're going to magnetically draw them into your business as well. Last but not least is legal navigation through the process. Now, we're living in a society where obviously as an industry we've seen this, where we are in a legal environment where people are looking to sue somebody. They're looking for problems. So how do you, as an agent with the experience that we started with, Have the ability to create a sense of understanding that you are going to give them the ability to walk through a transaction without having any worries. What is it that you're going to do to make sure that as you go through this process, that you position them to have the least amount of hassles? You see, when you understand your contract better than everyone and you can explain it to people, you give them confidence. And when they have confidence, they absolutely act more in a bold manner, whether it be making an offer or selling their home. When you have the ability to be able to communicate and understand that, hey, we need to put this in the contract and have it written this way so that it protects you, and you communicate that you're doing these things and you're adding these things in a way that protects them, now they see your value like never before. Listen, if you're going to be the agent of choice, if you're going to be that great resource, if you're going to be the person who's the top producing agent in your market, you're going to develop these skills and you're going to understand that people are always going to need a professional agent that can walk them through the process in a way that gives them confidence that they're doing the right thing. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.